we had practice yesterday and practice today, and I thought we flew around today. We're firing Coach Brown's schemes are all in right now, so got some new plays in, and we're feeling pretty good.
You guys still ones against the ones in practice every now and then?
A little bit,
Yeah.
more so ones against twos, but for the most part, we're with the scouts and getting ready for Indiana.
How confident are you in John or Shane if it comes to that, and what have they shown so far?
Yeah, I mean Shane's been in a little bit this year, and he's done some good things, and John was starting quarterback at Houston and threw for like 3,000 yards, so. We have all the confidence in the world to get with those two, whoever it is, and we're ready for Indiana, and we're ready for them to step up and be that leader that we need them to be.
Brandon said you addressed the team on Monday. How did that message go? And then what was the response?
I think and the message is to keep going. We have 2 games left in this regular season, and all of our goals are still there. Everything that we want to accomplish is still there. Everything that we've worked the last 6 months leading up or back in spring ball is still there. So. The guys are focused and ready to play against Indiana, and I think our heads are where they should be.
You said the guys are pretty wild about it. They said you got a little energetic.
Yeah, as a captain, as a leader, you got to find a way to fire up the guys and let them forget about the win, or about the loss. So it's just a new week, and we're excited for Indiana.
Coach was saying that John and Shane would be taking most of the snaps here early in the week. How is, I guess, John specifically, has he stepped in to try to be acting like that leader starter role and filling that this week?
Yeah, John's done a great job all year of being a leader, whether you're playing or not. He's still a leader in my eyes, at least. He, he watches film after practice, probably more than anybody that I've ever seen at the college level, which is weird for someone that isn't asked to play as much as he does. He's not the starter, but I guess with that, him doing that for the last 2-3 months, it's going to help him out big time. He's starting Saturday, so I'm excited to see what he can do and see what he can do for our offense.
He is starting Saturday, or if he is?
Oh, sure, if that's what you got to go with. But he's taking the reps, Shane's taking the reps, so it's at the end of the day, whoever's in there is going to do a great job.
Godin said it was about the fits a lot on Saturday against the run. What'd you see on film that needs to be cleaned up?
Yeah, Godin said it was fits. Yep. D-line not being in the right holes, shooting gaps when they shouldn't be, maybe trying to make a play when they don't need to make a play, when our scheme is built for everyone to be in the right gaps. At the end of the day, we're going to clean it up and move on for Indiana and be ready for that challenge.
How much did their tempo get you last year? Do you remember the Indiana game?
Yeah, that was probably one of the biggest things. I think I played over 100 plays, which is crazy for a D lineman, but they ran the ball on us pretty well. They throw it a little bit more this year, which will be a new piece to the puzzle in trying to stop them. But tempo is definitely something that we worried about and something that we're going to have to be challenged with and clean that up this week.
Have you put any thought into the fact that this is your last game at home?
A little bit. I know it's gonna come fast, and Saturday it's gonna be over really fast, and then I'll probably look back at it after the season and be like, wow, no one ever touch the banner again. I'll never run out with my brothers again. But it's not setting in yet, but I'm sure it will.
Can you talk about, Chris, where this program's come since you've been here? You've had the lows, you've certainly had some highs this year.
Absolutely. Yeah, the guys, especially that have been here for 4 and 5 years, have seen it all with Coach Hoke and the highs that he had. We had some success, early in my true freshman year, and then the lows, and then when Coach Harbaugh came in, things kind of turned around, and we're having great success. And there's a lot of guys that were on Coach Hoke's staff, on Coach Hoke's team, are still playing now. So we've been through it all. We've been through adversity. We've been through the hard times, and it's a joy to be where we're at now.
Was this further along than you expected you guys could be 2 years ago at this point? Or when you were leaving, I don't know if you have those kind of thoughts about where do I want to leave things that far away?
I knew you're talking about when Coach Hoke left or when Coach Harbaugh came in.
Yeah.
I knew I still had 2 more years here. I knew that we had a great group of guys that could play their butts off. That had a lot of talent, that worked hard. We just needed a little something, needed a new piece to the puzzle that made it all work together, and that's what Coach Harbaugh has brought. Him and his staff have brought that piece to the puzzle that makes everything work, and we're successful at it.
Did you ever ask John about why he was, when he's the backup, why he's working like that? You said you've never seen a guy do that before.
Yeah.
Conversation.
I let him do it. That's something that I admire.
Just curiosity.
I wish I spent as much time as he did But he's been in that position before. He's been a starter, so he knows what it takes to study the film and be that type of player that we need to step up. If I let him do his thing.
Is that part of maybe the ethos of this team, that guys are doing something that, even just to be in that position?
Yeah, I guess when you're called, you got to be ready. So he's been working, this whole season to be the starter, and when he fell short at the beginning of the season, he still worked as hard as he did when if he was the starter. So it's nice to see that somebody's working as hard as they can, even when maybe Coach Harbaugh or Coach Fish doesn't see him watching film for a couple hours after practice.
Looked like you guys had a hard time getting off the field. There's video of you run into a fan.
Yeah.
We talk about how that mob scene.
Yeah, as I kick the field goal and you kind of stare and you kind of take a deep breath, and then my first thought was get off the field as fast as possible. You could see them coming off from the bleachers pretty fast, so I just took a beeline to the locker room, and somebody was in the way, and I didn't do it intentionally, but I feel bad for the guy. Hope he's okay. I think I saw a report that he was a little sore, but he's doing just fine, so I hope he's doing okay.
Can you imagine being trucked by, if like just one of us and
Yeah,
just,
I'm sure it didn't feel too good for him. Looking back at it, maybe he should have gotten on the way. I don't know. I was heading for the locker room, after that loss, so wasn't thinking too much about who's in my way, who's not in my way. So I hope he's doing okay.
you sort of laughed at the start of the do you think it's funny now?
I think just the things that I've saw and people tweeting at me and I think it's a little funnier now that he's okay. He's not hurt with a broken hip or some
True.
concussion, whatever it was. I think looking back at it, it's gonna be a good story for him to tell at Thanksgiving next Thursday. So like I said, I'm glad he's doing okay.
You think that might be a lesson for other fans? Maybe a second thought
Yeah, I
to maybe
think
not run on the field
there should be maybe like a pamphlet or a brochure at every home game. There's field storming 101 or something.
You put your face on the cover of it?
And I'll be the poster child for that. It's, hopefully you learn your lesson and just keep your head on the swivel, I guess.
Do you ever communicate with folks still?
Yeah, he texts Ryan Glasgow sometimes. Those two are really close. Tells the guys, keep up the good work. Texts us here and there about maybe something he saw or how we're playing or how well we're doing this season. Which is it's refreshing to hear his voice, not hear his voice, but see he's still watching us and still cares a little bit about us.
How confident are you that you guys can still reach your goals with John or Shane in there?
Very confident. Wilton is a great player, but he's not the only one that made the Michigan offense or the Michigan football team as a whole great. There's a lot of pieces that work together and a lot of pieces that have come together as a team to make us as good as we've done this season.
Beginning of the year, did you specifically try to take Rashawn under your wing and help get him used to college ball?
Yeah, first back in January, Carlo Kemp came in early. That was kind of a natural thing. But I think with Rashawn, it was not as much force, but more as a thing that I think I had to do, because if not, he could be behind, and I knew he was going to come in and make an impact like he has this season. So, but now it's more of a friendship, more of a younger brother type deal, and he's come a long way, and I'm so excited to see what he can do. At the end of the season in the next couple of years.
He hasn't